Friends, enemies, those as of yet undecided. Welcome back to the channel. You're watching Average Man Reviews, the show where I give my unorthodox, unconventional, and unpaid opinions on a wide variety of subjects and products. Today, we have something pretty interesting. This is a Dart Blaster slingshot. This is from Adventure Force, I believe. Let me make sure. Yep, Adventure Force. This is the box. It is the Adventure Force Stranger Things Lucas Slingshot Blaster. And it goes for 10 bucks at Walmart. That's the main reason I picked it up. Is for 10 bucks, I mean, why not? So, box, I really like the box. I like the art style, the laser grid, vaporwave kind of pattern. It fits with Stranger Things being, set in the past and everything. So, it says, not sure why I set the box down if I'm about to reference the box. It says ages 14 and up, which is interesting because they usually market these things more to kids. So 14 and up typically means that we're going to see some pretty solid performance. Now it mentions distances up to 90 feet. So hopefully it will actually be pretty good. Now when you get it, it comes in two pieces. This part is separate. I tried to take it back off after I popped it in place. It's solid. It does not come back off. Short of maybe taking a screwdriver or something like that to it, it ain't coming off. So operation is about as simple as you can get. You pull this back. It does not lock into place. There's no trigger. There's no nothing. You just let it go. That's it. You put a dart right here in the barrel of it. You pull that back and you shoot it. You cannot get simpler than that. Now, I was never somebody that really played with slingshots. I was into airsoft and paintball as well as Nerf. So I can't really speak to the accuracy of portraying a slingshot that this thing has, if that makes sense, or a wrist rocket, or whatever you want to call it. So given my limited knowledge of the slingshot world, I'd say it seems like a faithful reproduction of a slingshot. The metal components on it are actually really strong. I was very surprised by that. They're not weak, cheap metal. The metal on the arms and the wrist brace back here are really sturdy. Now, for me, the wrist brace is a little bit uncomfortable. But again, I don't know if that's because I'm just not used to holding a slingshot or if that's because this is made for 14-year-olds, which by the same token, I mean, a 14-year-old is not going to be physiologically that different from an adult. I'm not necessarily some giant Dwayne Johnson, John Cena bruiser type guy. I'm not a little itty bitty guy either, but I'm not like enormous where I'm going to be that physiologically different from a 14-year-old on my forearm, So I don't know. It's a little bit uncomfortable for me, but again, that could be just how slingshots work. I don't know. Now, we'll go. It does have this elastic band thing here, so it's functioning the same way a slingshot would. And given that, there really ain't a whole lot I can talk about with it until we go and shoot it because it's kind of devoid of features. I mean, I can tell you because this attaches to the bottom, it's a swivel mount. So that is a little bit nice. You can turn it. This part does elevate. However, it has like a ratchet mechanism to it, which is kind of strange. It's not like just where it free spins for elevation. It actually ratchets into place in a certain position. And one thing I did notice, when you pull the plunger tube back, it does have some wiggle room. It doesn't lock fully back into place perfectly. It's got a little bit of room to wiggle. I don't know if that's going to affect the performance or not. But we're dealing with a lot of unknowns here. So I think we just need to go shoot it. Speaking of shooting, it comes with 6 darts. They are these type, the Adventure Force bullet tips. So without further ado and without doing any further, let's take this thing outside and shoot it, shall we? There's no cool way to hold this thing. That's my major critique of it. It's really hard to look cool with a slingshot. I mean, Lucas pulls it off pretty well. I don't think I can pull it off quite the same. Anyway, I have our target set up at 30 feet. I'll be shooting from right here next to the air conditioner. I keep calling it a generator, and people keep calling me out in the comments for saying my air conditioner is a generator. Whatever. So, we're going to see what kind of performance it does. I honestly have no idea what this thing is going to do. So let's find out. Okay. So first impressions. It has power. I hit the fence without any trouble. It's really hard to aim. And again, I might just be inept at using slingshots. Um, there's not a sight post or anything like that. I've done archery, so it's not that far of a difference, I assume, but I'm having some trouble aiming it. So I'm not going to hold that against the blaster because my area of proficiency are, shoulder fired weapon systems and stuff like that. So I'm not going to hold it against the blaster if I can't hit anything with it because I might not know what I'm doing. I will absolutely admit when I'm clueless about a subject. I'll pick up the darts and try that again and see what happens. I got the darts back. I actually found all 6 of them. That was a surprise. So we're going to try it again and just see what happens. See if I can get a feel for it. Because that's the main thing is I just don't know how to shoot this damn thing. So let's see what happens. Okay. So I can hit the target with it. I had to use the air conditioner as a stable shooting platform, but I can definitely hit something with it. I'm going to load it up again and see if I can shoot it unsupported. There we go. Couldn't think of the word. All right. This thing's darts must be lucky or something. I keep finding all 6 of them every time, which is really neat. Has absolutely no bearing on the blaster or anything like that, but it is funny that I can actually recover all the darts because usually I lose half of them. So I'm going to try it again, unsupported, see if I've dialed this in any better. I guess not. So I'm going to go ahead and stop shooting it. And we're going to go inside and talk about it. All right, let's go. So after action review, what do we think? Well, it is certainly an interesting little blaster. I had some issues shooting it, but again, I'm the first one to say when I am at fault and not blame the product. So I just can't get the aiming system down on this. It's too foreign to me. And I'm sure somebody in the comments can be like, it's a slingshot. It's not that complicated. Kids used it. They've been around for thousands of years. It's what David killed Goliath with. Shut up. I don't care. So, as far as if I think you should get it, sure. I mean, for $10, it's fun to play around with. I'm honestly it kind of is endearing to me, the fact that I'm having trouble with it, because it just makes me want to shoot it more to get better with it. So, like I said, for the price point, it's obviously got performance, and somebody that really practices with it could probably get, really good accuracy. I don't know. So, $10, yeah. I mean, if you're at Walmart and you see one, you want to pick it up, I'd say go for it. It's fun to shoot stuff in the backyard. I don't know how practical this would be to use in a Nerf battle. I mean, unlike a lot of muzzle loader blasters, you have a pretty good size barrel here. So it's also completely unobstructed, so it's not very hard to load the darts in. So again, somebody that practices with it and gets good with it could probably load it up pretty quick. So I could see somebody just for funsies using this in a Nerf game as kind of their gimmick blaster. I think it's got the potential and the capability to do that. So all in all, yeah, I'd recommend it. I think it's pretty cool. It gets my seal of approval. I don't know why I'm holding it like it's a microphone. And good evening. Welcome back to Rocket Coffin Studios. Anyway, uh yeah, not much else to say. It's cool. Buy it if you want. If you don't, great. And yeah, until next time, Average Man Reviews. Until next time, Average Man Reviews signing off.